Starting chapter 5 notes today. Okay. So underneath there it says zeit. Never tried that one. Zeit. Any idea what zeit is? Time. Sehr schön. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about time. Alright. So, we're going to do some notes first, and then we're going to do some practice phrases, okay? So try that one up at the top. Wann. What does wann mean? When. Yeah? How'd you know that? Say again? Yeah, it's right there. That's using your resources wisely. I like it. Okay? What? On the next line, how do you say that first word? Just the first one. D. Okay, good. Try the next one. Tageszeit. Any idea what Tageszeit means?
Daytime.
Good guess, huh? It's actually the opposite way around. So time of day. Uh, Try the first set. Am Morgen. What's that mean? In the morning. Yeah. So it doesn't actually use the word in. It doesn't translate directly. In the morning. Try the next one. Am Vormittag. This is a goofy one that we don't usually use, but it's a good word to know. Does anybody happen to know what this is? No? Good guesses, though. No. So we've still got vor and Mittag. So Mittag is the word for noon. Okay? But vor means before. Okay? But it's in the late afternoon. All right, late morning, excuse me. In the late morning. So it'd be like the 10 o'clock-ish range where it's not really morning per se. Or you want to differentiate. There's a big difference between 4 in the morning and 10 in the morning. Right? Like if school started at 4 in the morning, I pretty much assume no one would ever show up. Right? Okay? So, it's right before noon. So 10, 11. Okay? Try the next one. Am Nachmittag. Alright, what do you think that one is? That one's the afternoon. Yep. So we've got Mittag again. So again, midday. So that's where the noon comes from. And nach is the word for after. So in the afternoon. And the last one up there. Try that one. Am Abend. Okay. What's that one? In the evening. So you've had like Morgen, Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend. So you've seen a bunch of these words before. Wow. Evening. Is that right? English is hard, you guys. That's pretty close. Okay. For right now, we're not going to worry about in the night, because when they're talking about in the night, they actually mean, while people are sleeping that time. So very, very, very late. Okay. So we're just going to stick with those for now. Okay. There you go. Moving on. That first question up there, how would you say that first word? V. Good. What about the second word? Is it spät or spät? Spät. Rhymes with late. Okay. How do you say the last two?
Ist
Everybody. Wie spät ist es? Literally, how late is it? What would we say? We wouldn't say that. What time is it? Good. Try the one underneath it. Wie viel Uhr ist es? Okay, that was like 4 of you. Let's try everybody. Wie viel Uhr ist es? How many o'clocks is it? Okay? But they mean the same thing. So there are 2 different ways to say the same thing. So it's what time is it? The starred one is the one that the textbook uses more. Okay, but they do use both. people use both, so it's not like one is a preferred over the other. Okay? So this was, how late is it? And that one was how many o'clocks? Or how many clocks, depending on how you think of it. Alright, try the next word. Halb. Okay. Halb is the word for half. Okay? But a major, major, major difference between how we tell time and how they tell time is that we say it's half past. They are actually saying it's half till. You go half to the next hour. Okay? Okay? So if it's 2:30, you're actually going to say it's half till 3. So you're not going to say it's half past 2, you'll say half till 3. All right, try the next one. Viertel. Any guesses? Say again? No, but you saw the 4 in there, didn't you? Quarter. Because there's 4 quarters in an hour. Okay, so it means quarter. Now they do not use the currency form of the quarter. Doesn't exist for them. They don't even have a 25-cent piece. Okay? So Viertel is quarter. We might say it is a quarter past 3 or whatever. They don't use the They just say it is quarter past 3 or quarter to 2 or whatever it is. But there's no Okay? Try the next one. Nach. That was good and Flemmy. Sehr schön. Okay, what does nach mean?
After.
After. Yeah, you just had Nachmittag, afternoon. So you could say it's a quarter after 3, you could say it's 10 after 3, or whatever. Okay? Viertel nach 3, exactly. Try the next one. 4.
4.
Okay, just like our number 4. What do you think 4 means?
Before.
Before. We also tend to say till or 2. It's a quarter to 2 or something like that. Okay. Now, these words, when you use them, I call them the special words. Okay. When you use these words, you don't use the word with it. And I'll explain what that means in a second with it. So don't use with these. Okay. All right. So if you're looking at your clock, if it's exactly 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever, you will use that word Okay? That just means o'clock. So means o'clock in this case. Okay. Halb you've already seen, so that means it's 30 minutes past the hour. Okay. So if it's 30 minutes, they almost always use the word halb. Okay. Now nach you use if it is 1 minute to 29 minutes after the hour. Okay, but if it starts to get past the halb part, then they don't say that many minutes after the hour, they say that many minutes till the next hour. So if it was over here, so if it's 31 to 59, they'll say it's 5 till whatever. They won't say it's 55 after. Okay? We kind of do that too, but they're more sticklers on it than we are. Okay? All right. So if you're going to say it is 5 o'clock, okay, all you need to do is use the sentence. So es ist, you fill in the time, and then the word for o'clock. Okay? So if you're going to say it is 5 o'clock, how would you say that? Es ist 5 Uhr. You got it. Okay. The next one is a little bit different because it's got something after the Uhr. Okay. Any idea what would go there?
Either for or not.
Good guess. What if we had this time?
It would be
Es ist 5:07. Yeah, so over here you put the hour. So in this case, the 5. And then after it, you put the number of minutes. See how that works? So you could say it's 7 after 5, or you could say it's 5, and it's like us saying 5:07. So we just don't say the whole o'clock. But it's essentially the same thing. Okay. It is 5:07. Okay. Right. Try the next one. Okay. Is the word for at, but only when you're talking about time. So if you're going to try and say you work at McDonald's and you said McDonald's, you'd actually be saying I work around the outside of McDonald's. Like I walk around in a circle around outside of McDonald's. Okay? So it has different meanings depending on the context. But for time, it means at. Okay? So what do you think wie viel Uhr means? At what time? Mm-hmm. So we tend to say, as Americans, what time are you playing soccer? Not at what time are you playing. So it's harder to get used to, because we don't usually use that word in there. But if you're trying to indicate when something is going to happen, you usually use the in there. Okay? What if I said 8 Uhr spiele ich Karten? What does that mean?
At 8 o'clock, I will be
At 8 o'clock, I play cards. You got it. All right, word order. So far, we've done some basic kind of questions and basic sentences and just stuck to the same patterns. Okay? But if you're going to start with a question, this right here, the wie viel Uhr, that's considered your question phrase. So you've had question words. You have a couple really short question phrases, but you can have multiple words in your question phrase. Okay? So this is a question phrase. Okay? You may or may not have a question phrase, but if you do, it goes at the beginning of your question. Okay? After that goes your verb. So your verb is second. Okay? And then your main subject goes after that. Okay? This ... over here is just anything else you might need in the sentence. Okay? You might not need anything else. It might just be wie viel Uhr spielst du? What time are you playing? Okay? But it might be wie viel Uhr spielst du Fußball? And then the Fußball would be part of the anything else. Okay? It'd be like whom you're playing with or whatever. Okay? But anything else goes after that main subject. Okay? Think of these two, the main subject and the verb. It's the couple that don't want to be separated. Okay? They got to be next to each other. Okay? So all right, moving on. For sentences before, what we've been doing, I'm going to head up, is you've had your main subject first, and then you've had your verb, and then anything else. That's what you've done so far. And you still have that happy couple. Okay? Now, you're going to learn a new way to do it, just where you put your time first. Okay? You could put something else there too. You could put a location there. You could put, whatever it is that you're playing. I mean, you could put all sorts of things in that first position. But your verb still has to be second. That is the number one issue that people forget when they're talking about word order. Because if we were going to say, on Monday I play soccer, in English we put the I right after the day. But in German it doesn't work that way. So you have to have your verb second. So your main subject is your third thing, and then anything else comes after it. So you still have your happy little connection. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. Let's do some practice. Okay, so I still want you to write these down. Manuel, if you need to stand up to stay awake, by all means, please do. Here we go. How would you say it is 5 o'clock?
Es ist 5 Uhr.
Es ist 5 Uhr. You got it. Make sure that Uhr is capitalized. Okay. How would you say it is 12 o'clock?
Es ist 12.
Es ist 12 Uhr.
I don't have it.
Alright, it is 3:05. There's a couple different ways we can do this one. What's one of them? Es ist 3 Uhr 5. You got it. Es ist 3 Uhr 5. What's the other way you could do it? How else could you say it in English? So it's 3:05, or it is 5 past or 5 after 3. Good. So how would you start it off?
Es ist
Mm-hmm.
Nach.
Nach. Yeah. There you go. Good. What about it is 6:15? Again, a couple ways to do this one.
Es ist
Es ist.
6.
How do you say 6?
6.
6 Uhr.
15.
Yeah. 15. That's one of them.
Es ist 15 nach 6.
Yeah, that's another one. This is 15 nach 6. And got one more. This one is 3. What are your first two words? Es ist. Mm-hmm. How else could you say it in English? Quarter after 6. Mm-hmm. So es ist what? Viertel. Capital V.
6.
Quarter after 6. Nach.
Nach 6.
There you go. This is Viertel nach 6. Does that make sense? Hmm? Alright. One more slide of translations. It is 10:30.
Es ist Zen.
Zehn?
Es ist 10 halb.
Zen.
Oh,
No.
10
Or
or
halb.
Dreizehn.
30. This is 10 Uhr 30. Okay. That one works. It is less common. Now let's use our special halb word, but double check how that one works.
Es
So es ist
halb.
halb.
Or
So if you have halb or viertel or nach or vor, you don't use the Uhr word.
Zen.
Look at your notes.
Nach.
Just said we're not using that word. Yeah? So there's no Uhr, there's no extra special words, but look at your notes. What's special about halb, how that one works?
No, there's no or
Oh, vor.
Nope.
There's no
We just need one more thing.
Zen.
Sam, what did you say? Elf. Good. Because you're going to the next hour. it already means half till, or half before. So you need the next hour. So if you were saying es ist halb 10, then you'd be saying 9:30, not 10:30. Okay? So es ist halb 11. Okay? Gut. Fragen?
Nein.
Nein? Okay.